But when I look at Shedeur Sanders, I mean, when you consider what he did, his career completion percentage is the best in the FBS. More than 71% for his career. He completed 74% of his passes last year, despite being sacked about 42 times.
And here we go. 11 on 11 action with Shedeur Sanders, and guess what? Do you guys think he disappoints? Nope, he does not disappoint at all. Guys, watch this play. I'm going to show it to you guys. We'll drop back and we'll kind of watch it again, break it down just a little bit. Boom, touchdown over the top.
Shedeur's accuracy, 74% in college. He's now at 77% in camp. And you could say, well, it's just camp. Well, why are the other quarterbacks at 58% for the Browns? It means something, does it not?
Yeah, it means a little something.
One of the most impressive takeaways from Shedeur Sanders' minicamp performance was his completion rate, an elite 77%. For any quarterback, that number stands out. But for a rookie, adjusting to the speed of the NFL, learning a new system, and throwing to both starters and backups, it's remarkable. This level of accuracy highlights not just his arm talent, but his sharp decision-making and quick grasp of the offense. Whether it was tight window lasers, smart checkdowns, or perfectly timed deep balls, Shedeur delivered with consistency. That 77% wasn't padded. It was earned through smart reads, poise under pressure, and total command of each rep.
And here we go. 11 on 11 action with Shedeur Sanders, and guess what? Do you guys think he disappoints? Nope, he does not disappoint at all. Guys, watch this play. I'm going to show it to you guys. We'll drop back and we'll kind of watch it again, break it down just a little bit. Boom, touchdown over the top.
Shedeur Sanders continues to impress with each snap he takes, and his latest 11 on 11 session at Minicamp is further proof that he's on the rise. His ability to stay calm in the pocket, read the defense, and make smart, explosive throws is something you don't often see from a young quarterback. In one of the standout plays, Shedeur executed a textbook drop back, scanned the field with precision, manipulated the defense with his eyes, and delivered a perfect, deep touchdown pass in one-on-one coverage. Even more impressive, this throw wasn't to a starting receiver. It was a connection with Gage Lardane, showing Shedeur's chemistry with every level of the roster. What stands out the most is his football IQ, recognizing the defensive setup, using eye movement to shift the secondary, and seizing the right moment to strike. Whether he's with the first unit or not, Shedeur makes every rep count.
If Zach Jackson and him and everybody else that we talked to have said that Shedeur looks good, he looks really good.
Yes.
He looks better. And we got Zach that say Dylan Gabriel ain't even an NFL quarterback.
That's true.
So how is it that this man can't get a rep with the ones, but that non-NFL quarterback can?
We all
what
agree with that.
What sense does that make?
It makes no sense.
And right now, that play alone encapsulates exactly why so many within the organization and beyond are buzzing about Shedeur Sanders. It wasn't just the throw. It was the composure, the awareness, and the confidence to make something out of nothing when the pocket was crumbling. Plays like that don't happen by accident. They come from preparation, instincts, and a deep understanding of the game. Shedeur is showing that he's not just going through the motions at minicamp, he's taking control, leading each drive with purpose, and proving he can perform under pressure. Whether he's working with starters or backups, the standard doesn't drop. His consistency in high-leverage situations is a rare trait for a rookie. If he keeps stacking performances like this, it won't be long before the coaching staff has no choice but to give him serious first-team consideration. He can extend plays, improvise, and still produce winning results. In today's NFL, where mobility and adaptability are prized more than ever, Shedeur is showing he checks all the boxes. And more importantly, he's doing it consistently throughout minicamp. With every rep, he's proving he has not only the arm and mechanics, but also the vision and instincts that could make him a dynamic playmaker at the next level. The coaching staff has to be watching closely, because Shedeur isn't just competing, he's quietly commanding attention.
This is sensational, man. This is just sensational. It says, here are the quarterback totals from the 5 Browns open media practice OTAs and mini camps this spring.
What makes this even more remarkable is that Shedeur Sanders is doing it all with the mindset of a veteran. He's not just flashing talent, he's displaying total command of the offense, attention to detail, and an understanding of the system that far exceeds expectations for a first-year player. The fact that his only incompletion during minicamp came from a dropped pass speaks volumes about his consistency and discipline. He's delivering the ball with precision, reading defenses like a pro, and showing the kind of leadership that builds trust in the huddle. This isn't about hype anymore. It's about results. If Shedeur keeps this up through training camp and preseason, there's a very real possibility we'll see him push for significant playing time, if not the starting role outright. The signs are all there. Shedeur Sanders is ready to lead. Just take a look at this throw. Tight window, defender closing in, and yet Shedeur delivers it with pinpoint accuracy right between the numbers. That's not just talent. That's a quarterback who understands timing, coverage, and leverage. It's the kind of throw that turns heads in the meeting room and earns trust on the field. What stands out most is how effortlessly he makes the complex look routine. From his pocket awareness to his precise footwork, every movement feels intentional and controlled. His ability to calmly go through multiple reads and still get the ball out on time is something you typically see from seasoned veterans. And the Browns are clearly noticing. They're not just evaluating him as a future asset. They're starting to see him as a legitimate option to lead the team now. With each pass, Shedeur is proving he belongs at the top of the depth chart. In a 7-on-7 drill, quarterbacks are expected to shine. But what Shedeur did went beyond just expected. He read the alignment, identified the mismatch, and capitalized with a pro-level throw. Plays like that build confidence among coaches and teammates alike. It's not just about raw arm strength. It's about knowing where and when to throw it. And right now, Shedeur is proving that he's already playing chess while others are just lining up the board.
But either way, both of those guys got drafted, by the same team. And you guys can see this was a previous interception he threw right here in minicamp. And things are starting to stack up as Shedeur Sanders is not throwing any interceptions. He's continuing to be flawless. And his brother, Dylan Gabriel, seeming to throw a lot more interceptions, balls batted down to the line. And at the end of the day, these are some of the things that they don't necessarily want to put out to the public. But it's all I'm bringing to my audience, because if you guys haven't seen these clips, I think it's important you see these clips, because if it was Shedeur Sanders.
From that reverse angle, the brilliance of the play becomes even more obvious. You can clearly see Shedeur Sanders go through his progression with poise, no panic, no wasted motion. He identifies the matchup immediately and wastes no time pulling the trigger. The ball leaves his hand with velocity and purpose, and the placement? Absolute perfection. Brennan Bates deserves credit for securing the grab, but Shedeur made it easy for him, throwing it low and away from the defender, exactly where only his man could make the play. It's a small detail, but it shows a big-time trait: anticipatory accuracy. Shedeur Sanders has left a lasting impression with his poise, decision-making, and command during minicamp, and his 77% completion rate is the clearest evidence of that excellence. In an environment designed to test young quarterbacks, Shedeur passed with flying colors. He didn't just manage the offense, he elevated it. Every rep showcased his ability to read defenses, anticipate windows, and deliver the ball with timing and precision. That elite completion percentage wasn't a result of conservative checkdowns. It came from a mix of smart intermediate throws, aggressive deep shots, and situational awareness that's well beyond his years. What makes it even more impressive is that he achieved this level of efficiency while working with a rotating cast of receivers, not just the starters. It proves that Shedeur isn't reliant on chemistry with one target. He adapts and performs regardless of who's on the field. Coaches look for consistency, accuracy, and leadership in a future starter, and Shedeur is checking all those boxes. If he continues this level of play into training camp and preseason, it will be difficult for the Browns to overlook him. With a 77% completion rate and momentum on his side, Shedeur Sanders isn't just turning heads, he's making a case to lead. Are you surprised by how quickly he's adapted to the NFL environment, or did you expect this kind of performance from him all along? Do you think this consistency will carry over into preseason action when the stakes are higher? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the Browns seriously consider giving Shedeur a shot with the first team? Or is it still too early to make that call?